So the reason I bring up Anthony and Rodney's Comedy Club is like they're definitely Team Opie, but they're even more Team Opie now because I was at Rodney's yesterday to do a set.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, last Friday, you guys went viral. And literally the mood changed. And he was like, yeah, dude, it was really bad. I'm like, I said, you talk about Anthony? He goes, yeah, we didn't want him here. It was really bad. And they said, I don't want to say the word, but we don't want that PED here. And I'm like, well,
they said that?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, we don't want that PED here. We don't want that. We don't want that racist here. We don't want that type of attention. We don't want that drama.
Wow.
So do people understand what happened last Friday?
Broad strokes.
Yeah.
I heard Anthony like attack somebody or something because the guy said some things to Anthony that Anthony didn't like. What else do I know? I think that's about it.
So when I'm saying New York City is a small world, what are the fucking odds that last Friday I finished my set at Rodney's Comedy Club and I'm coming out the door?
Wait, so hold on. So you're a regular at Rodney's? I didn't know this.
Yeah. I do Rodney's at least once or twice a week.
Oh, you've been doing sets at Rodney's okay. Oh, what a small
What do you think, I'm chopped liver?
Well, Ron, I mean, no, I don't think that, Ron.
So, what are the odds? I finished my set at Rodney's last Friday, and I'm coming out, and I'm like, there's a lot of people. There's fucking paparazzi. It turns out Stuttering John is the next show, and it was apparently a sellout. Did Stuttering John do stand-up?
I honestly don't. Like I said, I know some of this stuff in broad strokes. I guess I knew over the years that he does stand up from time to time. So,
do you have a relationship with Stuttering John?
I tried. He's I don't even like bringing him up because I tried. I didn't understand why a lot of people go after him until I understood.
Right.
He's insufferable. And just me saying he's insufferable, now I have to deal with his horse shit again. I actually, in the beginning, I was defending him because I'm like, I don't get this. I don't get why everyone is like doing this to him.
Yeah.
And then I posted something that actually was flattering towards him, and he perceived it to be not flattering, and then blocked me. It's just exhausting. He's exhausting. That whole world is exhausting. But what do you got on it?
So, hold on. So, why would Anthony be at Stuttering John's show? Are they friends? I didn't think they were.
I don't know. I guess Stuttering John was doing a show in New York, and Anthony went there to harass him. I think if I got that correctly.
Oh, it wasn't to support him?
And I think the people that were at Rodney's were there because of Anthony. So I put Stuttering John in a really bad spot where he was trying to stand up in front of a crowd that did not like him.
Jesus, that sounds horrible.
It's an exhausting world, Ron. They get their moments, but I don't want to live in that exhausting world. I did that shit many years.
Your world, honestly, the more I get to understand it, you guys almost come across like adolescent, like kids that, you know what I mean? Like big, like that, the Big Brother house reality. You guys go after each other. You attack each other.
It's not you guys go after each other. I want to make this perfectly clear.
Yeah.
I've tried to move on a million fucking times. And if you compare the going after each other thing, it's insanely off balanced.
No, but I don't mean just you and Anthony. I mean, it's like the whole industry. Howard Stern, Stuttering John. Yeah. Like, it's like the transvestite guy. Like, it seems like everyone has a beef with everybody. It's crazy.
Wait, who's the transvestite guy?
Blinky. The guy who does this.
Oh, Jim Norton?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I forget his name.
I don't know. Look, I was in that world, sure.
Yeah.
It served me well for a while, but
Yeah.
I think the easiest thing to do now is, I think if you don't have a lot of actual material, this is a blanket statement in general. I think if you don't have a lot of material, the easiest thing to do is just turn this on and just fucking trash people and go after people. It's easy, dude. I could do hours of that. Of course I can. It's the
That's
easiest
what a lot
thing
of the podcasts do.
sadly, yeah, I think,
Yeah.
and it serves people well. They get an audience, but I don't see any of those people breaking out and becoming actually big stars.
Yeah.
After a while, you want to ask these people, okay, all right, you got the shit talking down. Okay, you're basically doing Opie Anthony's Jocktober bit. I get it. Okay, what else do you got though? Because when Opie and Anthony were doing Jocktober, it was a very small percent of what we did with the radio show because we had tons of other stuff to do. I remember looking at Anthony halfway through Jocktober. We look at each other like, fuck, man, we still got to do this shit. We got so much other stuff we want to get to. That's the difference, I think. Right. You know, after you're shit talking and beating up another show and starting drama and this and that. Okay, great. What else you got? You got anything else? You got anything else? No? Okay, great. Yeah.
He's a lot of drama.
He's someone else's issue. I mean, enjoy Anthony. He's terrific. Everyone loves him.
What are the odds that when I come out of last Friday, Rodney's Comedy Club, this black SUV?
Oh, you never finished that story. Yeah, go ahead.
Opie, I'm not joking. Like, what are the odds? A black SUV pulls up directly in front of Rodney's when I'm directly coming out of the front door.
Yeah.
And the back door opens, and God is my witness. Fucking Anthony pops out and goes, "What do you know? What do you say?" Like that. Like, what do you know? What do you say? Like that. We're 5 feet. We're like directly across from each other, 5 feet away. And I'm looking at him right in the eyes. And I'm like, holy shit, that's Anthony. And he looks right over my right shoulder. He doesn't make eye contact. He's looking here because there's paparazzi.
Oh, the paparazzi. He's still doing it where he gets the paparazzi. That must be exciting. I want the paparazzi again while I'm walking my dog around.
Yeah. And then I hear someone go, I remember this now because I'm walking away. I'm like, oh, I don't want to. I want to get out of it. I don't want to fucking.
Wait, so not only is Anthony DMing you to say he didn't DM you, he's also 5 feet in front of you and has no idea. Is that
I'm literally 5 feet. We're directly 5 feet. Like I'm on the sidewalk. Yeah. And he opens up the door and pops into the sidewalk, going, "What do you say? What do you know?" Which like a weird phrase. And I'm like, oh, we're going to make eye contact. I'm like, this is going to get weird. And he looked right over my shoulder. And I immediately walked left and got out of his, eyesight. And so I'm walking away. I'm walking towards 61st Street, going back to Astoria. And I hear someone go, "Hey, Anthony's here. Hey!" I'm like, "Hey, Anthony's here." That's it. And then I was at Rodney's yesterday.
Yeah.
Since the incident last week, and I just happened to say, hey, you guys went viral. And they're like, yeah, not good. Not good at all. We didn't want him here. We don't want that. We don't want that type of person. They said we don't want that type of person. Well, the thing is there was a guy outside of Rodney's when Anthony came out of the black SUV and he's screaming, "What are you doing back in New York City? Why are you allowed back in New York City? Because you are a PED and a racist. You are a massive piece of shit, PED and a racist." And Anthony kept going, "Who are you? What's your name? Blah, blah, blah." And then the guy said some transvestite woman's name, and Anthony knew who that was. And then the guy kept saying, "You're a piece of shit, PED, racist, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. You're no good. Why are you here? We don't want you here." And Anthony said again, "Who are you? What's your name?" And then just fucking popped him right in the fucking mouth.
That's not Anthony. Anthony isn't bothered by things. Supposedly I was the one that was always bothered by it. Things don't bother Anthony.
So Anthony pops him in the. Okay.
No way he would. Anthony would have just walked away. Nothing bothers Anthony. I had the reputation where everything bothered me, and there was something called Greg shows. There's no way Anthony would do something like that. Nothing bothered the man. Nothing bothered the man
until last Friday. So the guy kept going at him, and then eventually, who are you? Who are you? And then, bam, hits him right in the mouth. Grabs his phone, takes the phone, and slams it on the sidewalk.
Let me get this straight. So one guy got in Anthony's face, and Anthony struck him. Is that true?
100%.
Okay. And then the other side of the story is then Stuttering John is on stage, sold out Rodney's. Everyone heckling him. Everyone there doesn't like him in general. And did Stuttering John like attack the audience physically, or did he stand there and take it?
I mean, I wasn't there for that. I left. I mean, I did the show before. I didn't.
This doesn't make sense. And now you're going to have to deal with another DM, Ron. You're going to have another DM saying you got your story wrong. So one guy got to Anthony, and Anthony like attacked him.
I think he was like a YouTuber or something.
And then the whole crowd is beating the shit out of Stuttering John, and Stuttering John didn't attack anybody, right? That doesn't sound like Anthony to me. Anthony, nothing bothers Anthony. Nothing.
And it's funny, the manager, who's Team Opie, brought up like, F Anthony. We don't want that. We don't want his kind here. And then he brought up, like, he defended you. He's like, yeah, and that, I don't know how it came up, but he was talking about how, like, Rich Voss is like a real piece of shit.
Voss?
Yeah. Because he was associated with you, I guess. He brought up Rich Voss. He goes, yeah, Rich Voss was a real piece of shit.
Oh, wow. Jeez, this guy has a lot to say.
So Rich Voss used to do the show regularly?
Oh, yeah. He was good. He was definitely good. I'm not out there. I don't have the paparazzi following me, Ron.
No, I don't think you're for anymore.
Obviously, Anthony's doing something right if he's got the paparazzi still following him.
Yeah, but you don't want that type of paparazzi. What are you doing back in New York City, you fucking piece of shit? We don't want you here. I'm like, whoa, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
So,
I'm just surprised,
from your high school.
I'm surprised that Anthony would take the bait and attack the guy, because Anthony's been known as a guy that nothing bothers him. Nothing bothers the Anthony.
He didn't have the Zen that day. No Zen in Anthony that day.
I mean, if anyone should have been like attacking people, it should have been Stuttering John. They put him in a wild spot. The whole crowd is chanting, terrible things at the guy. They weren't there to support him. And
is that true?
And Stuttering John was able. I did see one video where he puts his arms up like, what else you got? Here I am, bitches. And he didn't attack anybody. And then I heard people like, you do your act, You can't do your act in that spot, you idiots. Why is it me that has to always come up with the logic? Because now they're spinning it that, he shouldn't do his act. You can't do your act in a hostile environment like that. Ridiculous.
So you're telling me people came to sabotage Stuttering John at Rodney's Comedy Club?
Yeah, that's the world they live in, Ron. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's an exhausting world. And then they spin everything to be, I don't even like Stuttering John, trust me. And then they have to spin it that Stuttering John is always wrong. But the fact is, how does he do his act when the whole club was filled with haters? That's stupid.
Sounds horrible.
That's just stupid. And this is why that whole world stinks, because it's not one of you is honest about it. Of course he's not going to do his act.
What is his act?
You got the whole crowd yelling and screaming because they hate your guts, and you're like, hey, he should have just did his act. He should have just did his act.
What is his act? Do you know it? What does he do? He stutters?
I mean, all these years, I never knew Stuttering John to be a good stand-up comedian. That's for sure. But I guess he gets things done up there. I don't know.
Oh, it's funny. So the manager at Rodney's, we're talking about Anthony, but I don't want him here. And then he brought up like Rich Voss was a piece of shit because he knows your whole history.
Right.
And then right beside the manager on the wall is a black and white of Patrice O'Neill. And I said, that guy there, I said, Opie can't say enough about. And then the manager at Rodney's goes, no, he's probably the funniest guy. He goes, that's probably the funniest man you'll ever meet. And I said, Opie says the same thing. I said, Opie said he can just be in the back of the bus and it sounds like he's doing a fucking hour special.
Please don't try to meet Patrice O'Neill. That would be fucking creepy at this point.